Hey traders, Nick here. Looking at crypto. Quick look. I'm not going to make it long. I'm going to make it nice and sweet. First of all, none of this is actually trading advice. There are no real experts in coins, crypto, and of course, I am not one. However, I do know how to read charts, and I have a pretty good opinion about this. Um, First of all, I'm a believer in crypto. I'm not a rah rah kind of a crypto guy, like to the moon type of a deal. I'm pretty realistic at its future and what it's serving now. It is moving financial technology forward, fintech. Everything that's happening in cryptos and NFTs and all of that is going to make the whole world be much better, much more efficient at handling its finances. Anybody that shuns that out is burying their head in the sand. And Jamie Dimon and all these geniuses, financial geniuses, they need new calculators. If they say, I think he said it multiple times, it's a horrible holder of value. Like, what kind of math do you do, my friend? Nothing even comes close to the returns of value that this one has provided in the whole sector. Even the quote ridiculous Doge is done, folds over. Okay, anything else? So let's put that aside and let's just trade the charts. So I am a fan of crypto. I am long a little bit of Solana and a little bit of CRO, and I'm staking a whole lot of USDC. So I'm beating inflation on that front. I'm using crypto.com, although I wish I wasn't today because you can't log in. The 2FA process is failing. And when I emailed them, they said, send us a video of yourself, including your torso, saying you want to reset that. I was like, no, that's not going to happen. You're going to have to fix it your own. So be aware that they're having issues there. All right, so how do I trade this? Now, this is a daily chart of Bitcoin, the chief coin in charge. Whatever happens to Bitcoin, the rest will move plus or minus. Sometimes there'll be relative weakness and strength to Bitcoin. You'd find a coin that behaves a little bit better for a period of time or a little bit worse, but they kind of play tag team there. If this one's collapsing, the rest are going to fall. If this one's rallying to the moon, the rest are going to follow. So here's the note that I've had from my followers and the group and the chat room. So it's easy for me. Pick a coin you like and trade it how whatever happens with Bitcoin. So for example, here Bitcoin is in serious danger of losing footing. So don't be upset if you like Bitcoin that I'm telling you that it could fall a hell of a lot more than where it is right now. A reminder, I did a video, you can look it up, I don't know, whenever it went to the moon, it was like 9 or 10. I did a video saying it's going to 16, maybe even 18 or set a new high, and then it did this. So back then it wasn't so clear, and I'm using the same things that I saw back then, only mirror image that I'm seeing now. So this is not a call that it's crashing. This is a call that if this orange line blinks, pay attention because it might fall pretty fast. And don't catch the falling knife until you see signs of a bottom or you find spots you like. And I'll give you my spots. So this looks like a head and shoulders. So one shoulder, one head, one shoulder. If you don't believe in these numbers, all you have to do is just look left on the chart and you'll see them reoccur. Think like a machine and you'll find yourself finding spots on the charts like, holy cow, look, they like it here, 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 and here, and here, and here, and here. So there are no coincidences. All right. So this was a bottom. This was a bottom almost identical. Now you had this move, you had great improvement, and then you only can muster this much. So if this fails here, they're toying with the low 40s. If they lose the low 40s and now they put a line like 39.6, I think the low from last week, expect the sellers to get bolder. They're going to try to target the low 20s, maybe high teens. What? I didn't say it's going there. I'm saying that's what the sellers are going to try to do. There's a lot of support at, and I'm giving you numbers that I think will matter to me, 37.8 plus or minus. This one moves past, so it's plus or minus 2,000. I don't know. 39.8, 37.8. Somewhere around the 33, 34, there should be a lot of volume support. And of course, level support from the high 20s. They're going to try to hold these. Those are significant. By the way, look at these. And look at these. You think these are coincidences? If you don't believe in charts, just look at these and tell me these are... People don't do this. These are machines. Okay, so this level here, 33.7-ish, the high 20s, So 30,000, just below 30,000. And if you can't hold that, I think it'll just go to B line down here. There's not a lot of volume here. It was easy come. So easy come, easy go. They can just go whoop, straight to the 20s, low 20s. So my plan is, I have cash in the account. I have a very small position in Solana and CRO just to participate. I made money already on Solana a couple of times, and this is my second attempt at it actually. And Doge a couple of times. I don't have any Doge right now. And my plan is to add a little bit at the first support level if I get a chance at 37, but probably I won't do it until maybe 34, 33, somewhere in here. And if it comes down to the high 20s, I will engage my third batch. So I have one, I will add one, I will add one, and if it comes down to here, I will add a hell of a lot more. Okay, so this is not averaging down. Averaging down is a loser cause. Averaging in, I have my initial, I have a goal in mind. How much money do I have to have in crypto this year? I don't engage all of it at once. I engage a part, and then I average in, either up or down. I average into a full-size position. That's how I do it. If I take my whole lot at once, and then price goes down, and then I add more, I just made my problem bigger. That's not the right way to do it. Any pro trader that I know that is successful over decades will never average down. They average in, because they either take the trade and they know they're wrong and they book, or they know they're profitable, they hit their target and they book, or they just get out. Averaging in is just making your problem bigger. Instead, get out and figure out a better way to do it, or start right by taking bits and pieces. This is like, adding over time. That's all there is to it. Oh, and I'm also staking USDC. 10% I get. That's definitely beating inflation. Of course, it's risky. It's not guaranteed by a bank, but so is the dollar. We don't know. This one is a stable coin that tracks the dollar, so it's not risky from that perspective. As long as the dollar is holding up and the company is not out of business, then I'm all right. Okay, so this is it. My spiel, not investment advice. I can tell you that the sellers are in charge. Every pop is being sold, right? So if you go to Solana, the sellers are in charge. That's not my opinion, it's fact. And the bulls are trying to hold the floor. Also not my opinion, that's fact. They failed here, they're trying here. If they fail here, they're gonna come down to the 2-digit zone, and I will definitely load up on Solana down there. So if I go to Bitcoin, same thing. Lower highs, knocking on a floorboard. The floorboard gives way, the bears will bum rush the bulls and extend lower. How much lower? So the technicians will tell you this much lower. So how far is it? 68 minus this, it's that much lower. So it's an improbable proposition, right? So chances are they're going to try to fight like hell to stave it, and they can't. So it's not always the whole depth that they hit. Maybe they're pricing in this loss here. Maybe they're pricing in this loss here. But I'm telling you, the next trigger would be losing that support they just placed, especially because it was also placed back in September of last year. And it was a pivot for a breakout here and a pivot for a collapse here. So they failed, finally fought over it for a month, broke out, tested it for footing with this flash crash, and then tested it for footing recently. God help them if they lose it. They're going to overcome. They're going to be bum rushed down to here. That's it. If you don't have, clearly anything can happen. I'm not shorting it, so to speak, but I'm ready to pounce if it falls below.